you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I've broken the system. Had to breach it. That's mission impossible. Mission completed.
Salute when you see me, oh yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me. I want you to need me.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports.
From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Chargers. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On now is the Titans punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Mond's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
First and 10, Taylor now. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. And the first play will be a field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Out to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like the thought process, I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receivers too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards.
And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Going up top. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
On 1st and 10, Barnett keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look left to throw again. And Woods has it complete. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They run once more with Taylor.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
to throw on second down. Barnett to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Barnett, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now Mond on the bootleg.
This is caught by Gill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Mond going to throw it.
It's brought in right side by Gill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
They'll go again with Gibson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's working worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On first down, Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Barnett. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Patrick Queen with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On now is the Titans punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 10. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out come the Chargers. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
Elite man, he's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there for L.A. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnett. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, Barnett.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position. Just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Titans on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Hands it off out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And down he'll go at the 25. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now Mond. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they take a knee. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Tennessee offense set to go again. And at this point, maybe you say, you know, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barnett. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Barnett.
This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A great return there of 22 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They set